all of our code is hanging here in our app.js, which isn't ideal, especially when our app grows. It may become difficult to see the flow of the application. Wouldn't it be nice if we could create our own modules like the HTTP module and require it in? Well, you can. So let's do this by creating a new file. Let's call it profile.js. And this is where we're going to put all of our code for the profile getting. So let's copy all of our code out of here, apart from this username here. So let's just bring this to the top and then actually cut that all. Click on profile.js and paste it in. Cool. Now let's wrap all the functionality that deals with getting the profile in a function called get. So let's do function get, and we'll put username in there, which is one argument, and let's wrap all of the request code up into this here. And we can tab this in. Let's just press tab. There we go. And all of the code is nicely indented. I've just noticed we've got the comment for parse data here. Let's move that up to here and hit enter. And we've got this comment here, which is print the data. Let's do that here, just above the print message. So that makes sense now. And add a semicolon at the end of there for completeness. And everything looks good. Now let's go back to our app.js file and let's require the profile.js file. So we can do that by doing require, and then we do the path to the file, which is // meaning the current directory, and it's the same directory as the app.js file, and then profile.js. And let's call that profile, because that makes sense. And after this, let's do profile.get chalkers. Actually, let's just do get username. Actually, this is redundant, this line. Let's get rid of it completely and just type in the username that we want to get. Cool. So 2 lines of code, looks a lot cleaner now. And all of this is tucked away nicely in this profile.js file. Now, let's see what happens in the console now. Let's clear this and type node app.js. The error says object has no method get. So this object here, profile, doesn't have the method get. This object here should be a module that we've imported in. That's because when you're creating a module, you need to explicitly state what you want to have available to someone when they require it. In this case, it's the get function. So to do this, we jump into profile.js and, let's close that as well. And here at the bottom here, we can do module.exports.get is equal to get. So we're saying for this module, this profile module that we're creating, we want to export a function called get. And what that function will be is this function here called get. So we're assigning this method on this exports to this function that we have here. Now, they may happen to be the same name at the moment. Now, if this function up here was called getProfile, and we change this down here to getProfile, the method here, get, is the thing that gets exposed to people who are requiring it. But we're just going to call it get right now, just to be the same and not complicating things too much. Cool. Let's just see if this runs. And it does run. Now, there's a couple of things that you should take away from this when requiring your own files. is that the JS at the end here is optional. We can delete that if we wanted to. So require profile. And when we go to show console and run it again, it works fine. However, the path to the JavaScript file is mandatory. So if you delete this here, the /, and try it again, it says cannot find module profile. So be sure to add that in when you're requiring your own files. Cool.